Hello everyone, what's up? My name is Kyoshiro and welcome back to Fate Extra. In the last episode, we ran into Shinji and his servant. And we possibly think that she might be an archer. Even though I know what she actually is. But in this episode, we will freely explore the rest of the arena on the first floor. So, that fight is a bit difficult, and there's also no shame in using healing items. There's no shame in using healing items on that first fight. I'm gonna bump my own audio up a little bit, because it is very loud. I don't remember if it works like Fate Extra, or CCC. I don't remember if it works like Fate CCC, where, well, Fate Extra CCC, where when you get strong enough, they will eventually stop fighting you, because you're too scared to fight you now. So it's time to explore the entire arena. Look around. Ooh, a yellow box. And we got a new enemy. An Inspire. I'm gonna do something different. Oh, is that your game? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. You're doing the same thing. I think you're doing the same thing, actually. Let's see. I know. So, how it looks at this thing so far, it does not look like it has the ability to use break, which is good. We got the item we need for Taiga. If you remember back, at least in part, if you remember back in part. Ouch! Sorry to cut you off, Saber. Ow. Okay, I see what your game is now. Let's see. This is the first enemy that may give me a little bit of trouble, because this enemy actually does a decent amount of damage. And I'm just gonna say this, these enemies are a little bit scared to fight with Caster. I need 2 hits. 2 or 3 hits. Fucking hell. And we got the first cipher key. Find each floor of the arena will have a trigger. If you don't find 2 of them, you can't enter the elimination battle. Check the terminal menu to see if you've obtained the required triggers. So this is a trigger. Could mean I set there are 2 per round, so do not forget to obtain the second one. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this area on my map. So, fun fact: there is actually a written guide for this game. A written walkthrough on, I believe it's called Chernobyl, which I just randomly found it, and it kind of just explains, oh, remember to do this here, this is what stats you should probably put in for your servant, something along these lines, and blah blah blah. And for the most part, I kind of agree with it, because of how well it's been going for so far for me, so yeah. It even gives you a little bit of advice on the different little encounters you get stuck with here. It also tells you what days that there are going to be special conversations with your servant in your room. And we haven't come across those, but that's also why I'm constantly going in the room. I mean, I believe I mentioned at one point those fountains will not be there forever. If you're playing an easy difficulty, they're in every floor. But since I'm not, they're not going to be in every floor. Oh, you do have the ability to use a break then, so let's see. I'm gonna do something safe here. Really? I'm gonna do this. Okay, so, yeah. Alright. The thing is capable of using all 3, but they're all, again, simple patterns, so... The patterns are short. I mean, you do start getting a little bit of a penalty when you get hit by enemies when you're guarding, I believe later on, and it gets very annoying very quickly. Is that former well master? It's a good thing that you've managed to obtain some. Wow, I can't read at all tonight. Most former wells are fused with special abilities referred to as code casts. To use those abilities, press square. Of course, you'll have to equip it first to see what skills that are there. Masters can gain access to powerful programs called code casts by equipping formal wear. For example, equipping the Phoenix card will allow you to use the recovery code cast Heal. You can access the Heal code cast when exploring the arena and while in battle by pressing square. I have a bit more MP on myself now. However, just like any other RPG, and when you equip something that gives you more MP, your MP does not go up. Your total MP that you have does not go up with it, so you have to go and restore that up to that point, up to the max. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but whatever. So I believe I mentioned this in Fate. Well, I mentioned this in one of the previous parts. But another difference between this game and Fate Extra CCC is how it handles level ups. Oh wait, we're gonna do. I'm not even trying. That's very confusing. So that's guard break. That was like a guard break. Speaking of which, Was that it? No. You have so many frickin' patterns. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. Sorry, I had to mute myself for a moment because I was moving my laptop. If you can't tell, I'm just kind of trying to extend this out a bit. Oh yeah, so when there's an enemy that's a bit stronger than you and it might cause you some trouble, they will announce it. This enemy isn't too bad actually though. Actually, wait. Okay, so you did that. Oh god, you reversed it. You did the reverse of what I thought it was. Oh, that's really helpful there. How much are you gonna bet that they did it again? This thing does not guard. I know that. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. That hurt a little bit. Oh, what the fuck? These enemies aren't gonna bring my health down enough for me to actually show up how the code caster works. So, yeah. Bye. So yeah. I'm debating on where the ended off now. Well, we do have another day, I believe. Hang on. This is only day 1 of being... well, day 2. And I believe after day 4 is when the second part of the arena unlocks. I believe that's how it works. I don't remember, so... I can just leave right now, actually. And be fine. So that's what we'll do. We'll return to the campus. And I'm going to hope that the thing I want to do is available for me. Okay, I thought it was going to be speaking. You know what? Whenever this pops up, I think her right hand, for us, it would look like it'll be on her left side. It looks at the mouse cursor. I'm like, how the fuck is my mouse cursor on the recording screen? And it's like, oh wait, it shouldn't be. Then I remember that's like, oh, that's our hand. Anyways, we failed miserably today, but don't let that bring you down. If we could get information on them, many plans could be made to get them to taste my blade. One cannot be a hero without their name being known. That is why I take great pains to hide my identity. Getting information on the enemy's identity while veiling my own is a sure road to victory. I am having so much problem setting. So we have everything that's 100% in the first floor. So we're completely done with that. We can just skip on and just keep going. So the main thing that we know is that she is. So this is the matrix system. Every time at the end of the day, it will tell you, oh hey, this is where you go. This is the matrix. It will show you about the current person that you're facing. So our class. So we're guessing that the class is Archer, but we know that the master is the good old dickbag himself, Shinji. But we can also get new information on our own. Anyways, as a Saber class, she has anti-magic, although I believe it's actually higher in her actual stats. I don't know. Her keyword is Aces Essus, the embryonic flame, which I believe is her sword. Let's see. The handcrafted sword wielded by Saber when summoned by a master. The following inscription has been engraved on the blade. Regnum Caelorum it Gehenna. I praise. Fucking said that wrong. Anti-magic. It nullifies minor spells consisting of chance of 2 versus or less. And effective against higher level thaumaturgy. I'm saying turgy. Jesus. And the greater rituals. As Saber herself has a negligible resistance to magic, the effectiveness of this skill is pathetically low, even by the normal standard of the Saber class. And then migraine. A curse that was inherited from her place of birth during her mortal life. As a result of the crushing headaches inflicted by this condition, the effectiveness of mental skills decreases considerably. Another side effect that seems to concern Saber most is the fact that it prevents her from demonstrating what she considers her divine talents for the performing arts. And we shall save. And just saved it in a different slot, so let's go to the next day. Master, I informed you yesterday that in the arena that knowledge of the enemy's tactic. Wow! And future me is probably making fun of me right now. Master, I informed you yesterday in the arena that knowledge of the enemy's tactics is key. For that reason, you must drain the campus of information every single day. When you enter the arena, you forfeit any further investigation for that day. Humans do not replicate their actions, so what you miss one day is gone forever. So make a habit of investigating campus and listening to others before entering the arena. Do you understand? I understand. Indeed. Then let us initiate today's investigation. I'm thinking about making an Umu counter. I don't know. By the time part 4 goes up, you'll know. Look at that. It seems our delicate little friend is engaged in some sort of dispute. We might be able to learn something to our advantage. Let's go over there, shall we? I managed to track down Shinji. It looks like he's talking to with someone right now. Have you been inside the arena yet? Interesting place, isn't it? I thought it was amazing at first, but it's really pretty primitive. Looks like an ocean pulled from a story. I even saw a master who managed to summon Armstrong. Sorry, I was just messing with you. I dig the sea theme. Overall, the game's done pretty good. What's this? You actually managed to summon a decent servant then. Asia's premier hacker, Shinji Mato. You know, I may have had to take crap from you in the past, but this time the winner is me. With her armada to back me up, I'm invincible. Nothing you can do will be able to even touch me. Oh, you must be pretty confident to give out information about your servant to an enemy, Mato. That elegant voice can only be Rintosakus. Only she can crush Shinji's pride with a word. Shinji's face goes bright red as he suddenly realizes how big of a mistake he just made. Yeah, that's right. One side of fights bore me, so think of this as a gift. But is it really? I might just be lying. You might want to forget what I said. That is true. A single word will never expose a servant's true name after all. However, a class that controls an armada is tied to a ship will thin out the candidate some. How will she attack? Bombardment? A frontal assault? It'll definitely be physical in nature. Well, I guess the only thing left for me to do is prepare a great... Wow. Anyway, sorry, I kind of read that and I'm like, wow, she's just gonna fuck you up. Well, I guess the only thing left for me to do is prepare a great many physical barriers. Shinji's face goes from bright red to a terrifying shade of blue right before my eyes. Once you learn something about an enemy servant, you can begin to make plans to defeat them. If both sides are strong, but only one side plans, the results of the battle would be obvious. So that's what they mean by knowledge is power. I understand perfectly now. Oh, one more thing. I wonder if the Invincible Armada might be relevant to anything. I mean, others will start making references to that, right? Won't that just piss off your servant? Well, whatever. Knowledge means nothing if you can't do anything with it. There's a good chance that you and I will never have to face each other. With that final pathetic comeback... Wow. With that final pathetic attempt at a comeback, Shinji turns and starts walking away. And of course, he's heading in my direction. As I wasn't hiding, Shinji sees me right off. You weren't there the entire time, were you? Were you? Well, it's not like you can stop the invincible my servant. Whatever. My victory is all but assured. Catch you later. Oh, and try not to disappoint me. It seems that there are a great many masters who don't understand the stakes involved. I hate agreeing with that heartbeat, but she's right. Our information doesn't grasp the power of information. Though difficult, it is vital that we scour the arena and the campus for valuable information. Investigating our foe was the correct course of action, just as I said. Yes, it was. Indeed. To reiterate, obtaining information about your oh my god. I cannot read at all. About your enemy is the key to victory. To make sure we don't overlook anything, we should continue our searches of the arena and campus. More info can come to light with every new day. Do not allow your indulgence to flag, ever! And... I'm just gonna go down here real quick. Buy this. Durable gym clothes. Give myself some RMP. And more chances to use my heal command. But before I leave the part, I'm gonna read off what just got added to the matrix. Keyword: Invincible Armada. The name given to the Spanish naval forces during the period of history known as the Age of Discovery. The Invincible Armada consisted of an estimated 65,000 men, serving on more than 100 large warships, each of which weighed in at over 1,000 tons. Its might was such that it earned Spain the reputation for being the kingdom on which the sun will never set. So, if you can already guess what class she is, what her actual class is, because we're not sure it's Archer. It might be since she uses guns, but we're not sure. However, if you good on you if you're able to guess who this is. And I'm not pointing this. I'm mainly pointing out to people who have never seen this game before. Even though nowadays you have the power of emulators. So, next part, we'll look around a bit more, and then we'll enter the arena again. Well, what I might do is I might just enter the arena. Okay, so actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little sweep. Just keep looking around a little bit. Ah, here we go. About the Invincible Armada. Okay, yeah. So yeah, because of that. Huh. Oh. A legendary soul who wields dual pistols? That makes me think of Billy the Kid, Calamity Jane? No, I'm sorry, that isn't right. Her servant doesn't look much like an Old West outlaw. But then, what in the world could a servant's identity be? In any case, I have to return to my own investigation. I really don't know enough yet. Yeah, there's a few more things I want to do before ending up the part and going into the arena. So, just kind of checking around, see if there's anything for me to go to. And let's head to the rooftop real quick before I enter the servant's room. And then do some battles, I guess. Because on the next part, you'll see me. At the beginning of the next part, you'll see me exiting the arena. So let's actually head to our room. Well, okay then, Saber. Fuck you too. Alright then. Once you don't feel like boasting about yourself. Well, that's a shock. Just another quick little check down here around before I leave and go inside the arena and go grind a bit. Now let's enter the first floor. First chimeric lunar sea. The Shinji's not there this time. So, what I'm actually going to do is, so like I said, I'm actually just going to start and then stop. I'm going to end the part here. I'm going to go look up and see if there's anything that happens in the arena on today. And hopefully not, so I can just record, so I can just level grind. Because I still need to go to convert my edited parts 1 through 6. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Fate Extra. Later.